And before we go any further, I've got a job to do. Mary wants to know where that little book is that people are signing. Is it anywhere near you? Is there a strange looking book there with people writing on it? No, might be in the back room apparently. Mary? Okay. Now my mum, thank you for listening so closely, everybody. Who's not listening? Mum's one of a massive family, 12 children, comes from Ireland, married a man called Seamus. And we googled her, and we found a little song. Have a seat, please, Brendan. This could be a long song, so make sure you're comfortable. Margaret of Finlon is 85 today, and we're all gathered here to celebrate her party. There's people here from Ireland and up north in the UK, and some have even travelled from the good old USA. Thank you, Brendan, that was nice. Ed was born in Corton in the county of Mayo one bright November morning a long, long time ago. One of 12 children to John and Ellie Kate, while Prince Charles was born in Buckingham inside the palace gates. John and Ellie had 12 children, which was a lot of mouths to feed, and they only stopped producing when they bought a TV. John was known as the poutine maker all around the town. You could always buy a bottle there for a shilling or a crown. Ellie was a midwife, which was handy, you see, because when all the men went home drunk after drinking John's poutine, they'd go getting all romantic with their darling loving wives, and normally 9 months later another baby would arrive. And you got paid for every baby delivered over there now those days. His mum's brothers and sisters. Teresa was the eldest. She liked to knit and sew, and she married Joseph Gallagher, who came from Sligo. A second daughter came along, known as Kathleen, and she settled with Pat Stinson down in Carrollwood Key. They had 3 fine and honest sons, Tommy, John and Pat, who never fought or drank or swore or anything like that. Tom was next, the farmer's son. He lived in the house on the hill, and he worked on farms in England, and then he married Betty Nyehill. And this won't mean anything at all to half the people here, but the other half will. Now my mum. This is her own words, by the way, not mine. Peg was a little terror. She was oh so small and tiny. She would beat the others with a stick, then hide behind her mammy. After living in America, she met Seamus from Comore, and they settled down in Gillingham in a house with a bright green door. Jim was a good worker, always smiling and merry. He married Bridie Sullivan, who came all the way from Kerry. They settled up in Manchester, where Jim laid track for trains, and had 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 little children who were no way short on brains. Very intelligent family, Uncle Jim's. Brendan's dad, Jack, was full of mischief, and he drove a JCB. He fell in love and married Peggy, who came from Barney. They settled down in Gillingham and lived on a road called Linden, and soon they ended up with 5 lovely children. Joe came next in the family. work and spuds he liked, and now he's married to Eileen, and they live in Lavey Heights. Paddy drove the bread van, he was always on the road, and now he's married to Margaret, who comes from Maudogue. They're supposed to be here tonight, but they couldn't make it. Sad day. Then came the little angel, known as Ellie Kate. She only spent 3 days with us, because heaven couldn't wait. Then Eileen was a flyer, she liked to drive fast cars. She met Hughie in the Catskills, while he was working in the bars. He was witty, cool and charming, she thought he was a priest, but she always got excited wherever they would meet. When Father Brian asked her to marry him, she thought he had gone bonkers, but they ended up in 5 fine kids living up in Yonkers, which is a part of New York. Rhymes with bonkers. Angela was the youngest girl, and she worked in Kilchimar. She met Tommy down in Cashel, and she went to live down there. Then Brendan was the baby. He went to school, he went to multi-farm school. He ran a factory in Charlestown, making dyes and tools. Kind of engineering factory, you know what I mean? When he married Una Durkin, and near Sunnard Bridge they settled, from where Brendan went off to work, cutting bits of metal. Now that's a little overview of Mum's sisters and brothers. Now we'll go back and find out more about our darling mother. After trying work in England, to America she did go, where she met her lovely cousin, Peggy Lombardo, who's sitting over there on the side. Mum had 6 children in just 7 years. My dad must have been drinking some of John's poaching, washed down with several beers. There was John, Kathleen and Kevin, Brendan and Mary and James, annoying our poor neighbours, including Mr. Camp, with our noisy games. When Mum took us on holiday, we'd be tied together with tights, and as we'd be dragged along the platform, we must have been a sight. One train guard, he took pity on Mum with all those kids of a young age, so he pushed us along the platform in a great big metal cage. Dad was meeting Mum that day when he got home from work, but when he saw us all in the metal cage, he nearly went berserk. He couldn't get us out of there quick enough and brought us home in the car, but when he dropped us in 3rd Avenue, he went straight to the local bar. Now Mum, you've loved and cared for us all down through the years. There's been lots and lots of laughter and occasionally some tears. I'm going to slow down a little bit now. And as we gather here tonight for this celebration, we know you that we're the luckiest children in the whole damn nation. Mum, we love your dinners and your stories of old times, and this makes it really easy to make this next line rhyme. We love your Christmas stuffing, your boxy and potato cake, and no matter how late we call at night, we know you'll be awake. But if we call round in the morning, around 11 for some bread, you won't be opening up the door, 'cause you'll be curled up in your bed. You're always there to greet us, you've never let us down. You'll find no better mother in all of this old town. She would do anything for us, she really is first class. But you won't be very happy if you miss Sunday Mass. This song has gone on long enough, I'm sure you'll all agree. So let's shut up and get off, so we can all party. Margaret Attractor Finlon is 85 today, and we're all gathered here tonight to celebrate her party. Up me all. Thank you, Brendan. Brendan, I only learned this song tonight, 5 minutes ago in the back room.